What if the reason you believe was never about truth? If I took away every belief you had, every last one, what would be left? You think you chose what to believe, but maybe belief chose you. Hey, rockers! This isn't about God. This is about why your brain needs belief at all. Why you can't let go. What happens when it all collapses. And how to live without belief. Are you ready to rock? Let's rock that wisdom! Belief isn't clarity. It's camouflage. You didn't reason your way into your beliefs. You absorbed them. Sure, some beliefs come from reason, but the ones you bleed for, those aren't logic. They're emotional duct tape, family, culture, tradition. The world didn't ask if you were ready. Life kept hitting you with questions you couldn't answer, so your mind reached for something that felt like truth. When you're terrified of death, chaos, and randomness, your mind doesn't go looking for truth. It goes looking for a damn security blanket. We'd rather cling to false certainty than be right. That's why belief isn't a decision. It's a reflex. It doesn't solve reality. It shields you from feeling it.
Man is only a reed, the weakest in nature, but he is a thinking reed.
We think to make the unbearable feel explainable. We think to survive our own fragility. So when you say, I just know it's true, you don't just know. You just stopped asking because you couldn't find an answer. Be honest. How many of your deepest beliefs are just emotional bubble wrap for shit you never processed? But if belief is just a fear response dressed up as insight, what happens when you finally call its bluff? Letting go of belief doesn't feel like clarity. It feels like collapse. Because beliefs don't just live in your head, they live in your identity, in your tribe, in your moral compass. So when a belief cracks, it's not an opinion dying, it's you falling apart. And so you cling because you don't know who you are without it. We'd rather belong in a lie than face the truth alone. I've done it too.
Man cannot stand a meaningless life.
Letting go of belief is like looking at something you were sure of and suddenly not knowing if it was ever real. Like sitting at a funeral and realizing you don't actually believe they're anywhere anymore. So, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a belief cracking and watched the rest of your world start shaking with it? So the belief cracks and the silence creeps in. Now what? Most people don't let go of belief. They replace it. You think you've evolved, but you just switched costumes. You trade Jesus for Jordan Peterson, church for psychedelics, prayer for self-affirmations. It looks new, but it's the same reflex. Fill the void, kill the silence, keep the story going. Because collapse doesn't feel like awakening. It feels like drowning in open air. No structure. No backup plan. Just raw, unanswered existence.
God is dead, God remains dead, and we have killed him.
When the story that held it all together finally breaks, the silence doesn't feel peaceful. It feels fucking endless. So you grab the nearest idea that sounds deep. Call it healing, call it growth. But really, you're just trying not to feel empty. Because sitting with nothing, that's not peace. That's lying awake at 3 a.m, wondering if meaning's ever coming back. Have you ever lost a belief and instantly replaced it, just so you wouldn't feel naked? Belief's gone, nothing's coming to catch you. So what the fuck now?
It is far better to grasp the universe as it really is than to persist in delusion, however satisfying and reassuring.
So here's how you live without belief, without numbing yourself or selling out for someone else's system. First, don't ask what's right, because right according to who? Your pastor? Your therapist's Pinterest board? Fuck that! Ask this instead. What still matters to me now? And here's the real cut. Would you still live by it if no one saw, no one clapped and nothing came after? Or was it just a costume belief wore to look like virtue? Second, accept uncertainty without sedating it. Doubt isn't brokenness. It's your mind trying to be honest. Sit the fuck down, open a blank page, and write the question you're afraid to ask. Not the answer, just the question. What if I never become who I thought I would? What if this is all there is? What if there's no right thing to do, just choices I have to own? And shut up. Let it sit. Let it ache. You don't need belief. You need nerve. And third, act without cosmic permission. You don't need the universe to bless your decisions. Do the thing your belief system would call wrong, stupid, or unjustifiable. Not because it's rebellious, but because it's yours, and belief has no say in it. Like walking away from a life you built because it was built for someone you're not anymore. Or doing something selfish and beautiful because this might be your only shot and you're done waiting for permission. Or making a brutal choice you can't defend except to say it was yours and you lived with it. You came here thinking belief was about truth, but it was never about truth. It was about keeping your questions on mute. Belief didn't give you answers. It gave you a pacifier. But you're aware now, so spit it the fuck out.